Hello YouTube, thought I'd do a quick video here. I've had some people ask me to do a current or a newer repeater setup, what my repeater setup, my GMRS 2A radio repeater setup is like. So that's what this video is going to be about. I'll give you a kind of a quick show of my setup at this moment. Now I am running the Retevis high gain antenna. I believe the part number is M04. Retevis high gain antenna. I'm running LMR 400 for cable. Now I'm in a hole. This repeater setup is in a valley. I'm in a hole. I get about 2 miles on handhelds, which you probably think, well, that ain't very good. Trust me, it's really good, because you got to remember another thing. I'm running a stock repeater, so that puts out 6 watts. By the time it gets to the end of the cable, before it goes into the antenna, I measure 4.5 watts. So for me to get 2 miles on that in a hole, that's just a miracle. So, and the height of my antenna is about 30 feet from the ground. So that's how that's set up. Now inside here, and my repeater setup can change over time, obviously, but currently it is set up like this. Now you don't need internet access to run a GMRS two-way radio repeater, but if you want to have other features, then you may need internet access. So in my case, I wanted Zello, so I need internet access for Zello to work, obviously. Now if I didn't want Zello, then I don't need internet access. But having internet access by the repeater has its advantages, and I'll show you in a minute why. Now, this is the cheap Walmart laptop. It's the cheapest one you can buy, okay? Now, cheap laptops do not come with a CAD 5 where you can plug your CAD 5 in directly. You have to buy an adapter for that if you need to, or if you want to. I've used this on Zello on wireless, and I didn't really have a problem. I just prefer to have my CAD 5 cable plugged in for better internet connection. So I bought I think it was like 12 bucks on eBay. It's a CAD 5 to USB adapter, so I can plug in my CAD 5 into the computer directly. I have a router here which is not needed for this setup to work. I have a router here only because I have another CAD 5 cable that runs off the back of that, and that goes outside to an outside router. So that's why I have another router, but you don't really need that. So that's what I have there. I run obviously Zello, date and time and weather announcements, and my channel, my repeater ID, all on this computer, and it plays over Zello and over the radio. I also, and I bought this, there's a USB extension cable, you can kind of see that right there, and I bought a USB 3-port hub. I bought the hub and that cable because I didn't want to put the laptop down there, so I just bought the cable. I bought those two at Walmart a while back ago. Maybe they still sell them, I don't know, but that's how I got that set up. So this way I can plug in, I can just run one cable to the USB port there, and then plug in 3 devices. My USB sound card, my USB DB9, and you can't see it, but in the middle I have a wireless mouse plugged in, because I don't like the mouse on the laptop. It drives me crazy. So I like to use a regular mouse. So I have those 3 plugged in. Obviously I got the interface board plugged in. This is the Retevis RT97S repeater with a data port. So I have that. I'm running that repeater. Now you should have remote access to your repeater if you need to shut it off. So you should have some type of internet by your repeater, whether it's a hotspot or whether you have the repeater at your house. Whatever the case may be, you should have some type of way of shutting that repeater off. And I have 2 different ways to remote access this. If I need to adjust software settings and volume controls. I can remote access from a phone or another laptop using software like TeamView or PC Anywhere. I've done videos on that. I can remote access into this laptop like I'm sitting in front of it, and I can see the whole screen, and I can adjust whatever I need to adjust. And that works great. Now, if I need to shut that repeater off, either to recycle it, to reset it, or just to shut it off, the repeater is plugged into a smart outlet right there. I bought 2 of those on Amazon for like $9. But you do need internet access for that smart outlet to work, obviously. And there's a phone app that you can download, or a tablet, and it lets you set up the outlets, give them names. I got this one named repeater. And on the app, there's a button, a big round circle button. You press it, it turns off. You press it again, it turns on. That's how simple it is. So I can shut this repeater off remotely. And you really should have access to that, because you never know if something malfunctions. You want to shut it off, and if you can't get home, no problem. Use a smart outlet. So that's what I have there. This power supply here, that's for the laptop that plugs in. Yeah, that's pretty much my setup. I mean, it's been working great. The only thing, I mean, obviously I wish I was in a better location and not in a hole, but for the most part, I don't have no complaints. It works great. So there's my current setup at this moment. If you have any questions or comments, please post them down below. Please subscribe. Thank you, and have a good day.